Are you sick and tired of being an embarrassed loser? Well, this is how you stop being embarrassed. Why do we feel embarrassed? A lot of us feel the emotion of embarrassment because embarrassment is a reaction to feeling like you didn't meet somebody's expectation or you didn't meet an expectation that you set for yourself. However, that junk is for the birds, and we need to stop this. Embarrassment is a choice. All your emotions are a choice, really, but embarrassment is really a choice because why should you have to feel bad because you didn't meet somebody else's expectation? Like, embarrassment is you wanting to have full control over the way that you're perceived, and you don't have control over that. And a lot of people feel embarrassed because they don't meet certain standards for things. But the thing about standards, it's just such a crazy concept to me because everybody's standards are different. Beauty standards are different depending on where you are in the world. Standards for what's good and what's bad are different. But ultimately, you feeling embarrassed is you trying to control the way that you're perceived, and you can't do that. And also, like, you should not be around nobody that makes you feel bad for being who you are. Like, if you are authentically yourself 24/7, there shouldn't be anybody that you're friends with being like, oh, you're weird for that. Oh, that's not right. Oh, that's not that. Like, they can say that and you need to cut them off. But if you genuinely start feeling like, dang, maybe I am weird, like, no, why you got to be the weird one? Why do you have to be weird? Why should you have to pedestalize somebody else's validation over your own and over God's? The only validation that you need to know that you are you are that is yours and God's. Once you finally understand that nobody matters, like, I'm not even saying that on no like type of like, oh, you shouldn't care about nobody tip. No, I'm not even saying that on no like nihilistic tip. I'm just saying, like, when you finally come to the conclusion in your mind that everybody's weird, everybody, then you should never feel embarrassed again. Like, what is embarrassment? Oh my gosh, I just got my heart broken and I'm going back to school. This is so humiliating. But why though? Why should you have to feel uncomfortable because of what people say to you or because of how people perceive you? That does not matter. And then on top of that, whether people want to admit or not, everybody judges everybody. I don't care. People will say, don't judge. This is a place of non-judgment. No, everyone judges everyone. And low key, I feel like embarrassment is like low key, like, the result of like us judging others. But still, it's a choice. You're not weird. Like, and if people around you are trying to make you feel weird, why? Like, they're weird. Nobody in life should be trying to make somebody else feel bad about who they are. And if you're that person trying to make people feel bad about who they are, you hate yourself. You hate yourself, and you're weak-minded. You are very weak-minded. People always like to project their own fears and insecurities onto other people. And then people who are not necessarily emotionally strong enough to understand that, like, they're projecting end up feeling embarrassed because they're not fitting into a box, fitting into whoever that person's box that's trying to make them feel some type of way for being who they are. Like, no. No. Like, if you're running late for an event and you get there late and everybody's paying attention to you, why should you feel embarrassed that you're late? You shouldn't be late, but like, normally people will be like, oh my gosh, I'm running late. I don't even know if I should go. Like, why are you overthinking? You cannot predict the future. Maybe there's somebody out there who can. But you can't predict the future. You can't. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you literally cannot predict the future because life is so uncertain. And if you go about your whole life caring about how other people are going to perceive you, and if they don't perceive you to be a certain way, because you only know how people perceive you when they open up their mouth and talk to you. But if you go about your whole life being like, I gotta do this so I can be perceived this way, I gotta do this so I'm not gonna do this, oh, you are going to live a miserable, people-pleasing life. Miserable, people-pleasing life. Embarrassment is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Sadness is a choice. Now, I'm not saying that circumstances can, don't affect or trigger those feelings. What I'm saying is when you feel that emotion happening, you tell yourself, this is a choice. This is a choice to feel this way. I am choosing to feel this way. Now, if somebody is going out of their way to try to make you feel bad, if somebody is going out of their way to try to humiliate you, don't feel bad. Just know that they're a weirdo. Don't be like, I'm just so horrible and I'm just so weird. No, they're the weirdo. You're weird because who are you? Who is anybody? Who am I? Like, nobody. Now, when it comes to shame, okay, some people shouldn't be doing certain things. Like, there is no reason why you was walking outside with your butt hanging out. There's no reason why you are a high schooler messing with middle schoolers. There's no reason why you a college student doing crack. Like, so what if people don't accept you for who you are? Do you accept everybody for who they are? Because I don't. Some people don't need to be accepted. Some people need to be by themselves. Some people need to not be around me. Like, you need to get over your fear of rejection because rejection is just something that's going to happen that you cannot control. Again, let go of that need to control. Let go of that need to hold everything so tightly together because life is too uncertain. People are unpredictable. Yeah. Like, and I know that a lot of people also feel embarrassment because they don't want to have to go through having the lack of community. But what would you rather be? Would you rather be alone or would you rather be around people that make you feel alone? Feel. You know what I'm trying to say. And make you feel like you're a weirdo for being who you are. I think a lot of people also want to remain likable and relatable to not experience rejection. But it's like, who made that standard of what it meant to be likable? People. And what value do people's standards hold in terms of your authenticity? None. You see, we're learning. You guys are learning so quickly. But also in our generation, cancel culture is sickening. It's thickening. It's thickening. It's thickening. And people are afraid to go against the grain and be different and not just say things that people will agree with. People need to let go of the fear of not being I think everyone just wants to be agreeable. As long as we agree, everything will be okay. But that's impossible. You're not going to agree with everything. Do you agree with everything that everyone says out their mouth? No, you don't. And you shouldn't, because some people say dumb things. Some people say very dumb things that nobody should agree with. But that's just my perspective too. But I think that people just want to maintain at this level of likability and agreeableness, because if you're likable and you're agreeable, then that means that you're not gonna experience negativity when that's inevitable. Stop being afraid to be different because you're afraid of being judged. Stop being afraid to be not the status quo because you're afraid that people aren't gonna like you. Like, hopefully this helps someone. You're not weird. You shouldn't be around people that are making you feel like you're weird. And you also shouldn't care about what people think because at the end of the day, they literally do not have a heaven or hell to put you in. And everyone poops.